Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Minecraft single player Let's Play. It's sort of a sad day. I've updated to the latest snapshot because I might as well, now it's been converted to a 1.9 world save. Basically, sadly, I hate this update with the PvP and everything. So since the last episode, there's actually another snapshot before this, which added shields, which I think are going to be a bit of a mess, and removed the ability to block with a sword, although we sort of expected this was coming. But now the 34A update has come out, and it's changed a lot of things to PvP. But they say it's changes to PvP, it's combat, so it's with zombies and skeletons and whatever as well. So, as I say, the 33C snapshot, the one before this, added the shields, basically, and the ability to put like, banners on shields or whatever, and I'll go into that once we end of the game. But also, the 34A snapshot that you can use it added a new attack strength combat mechanic, which I'll go into. Maps now start at a more zoomed in level, a new recipe for zooming in on a map, lots of optimizations, improved command blocks, which I'm not going to go into. They are a better idea. That's actually quite a good update from what I've seen of them. From the little bit I've done with command blocks, looks like a much better idea. And worsened zombies arms getting tired. So if we head into the single player, another thing is now it takes random snapshots from you playing the game and puts it as like a thumbnail. So for me, it's got me digging in the mesa biome. Okay, so as you can see already, I built something, but also you can see on the left that I have a shield. Now, if I press F5, hello sheep. So as you can see, it's sort of on the side, and if I right click, it comes in front of me, and I go back to the walking thing. You can use this in your normal hand as well, although for some reason you can't click with a sword in that hand. So if I click F, okay. So in front of me, if I do this, whoops. So as you can see, there's sort of this, and then if I was to get rid of that, as you can see, ooh. That's new, the animation's really slow. Also, even though it takes ages to come up, you can still use it, that's alright. I've got shears, that's good. Right, get rid of that. Okay. And before we end this episode, I will go into what the hell that is. We're starting the last episode, but anyway. So yeah, the shield, which, let me just put that back. Can I just say that, obviously a previous update about the, also there's more animals here now. The previous update where they added the, the dual thing, I think it actually looks better with there being nothing around. The item in your right hand in the hotbar, like how the shield icon is just floating. I think that looks better. Right, so the shields are made out of let me see if I can get this right. There is a sheep around here. It involves wool because why not? It's sort of a banner with some wood behind. So if I do, I think this is how it's made, and it's reversible. You can make it with the wool on that side. So that's a white shield. Obviously, you could change it. It's like a banner, so that's your base color, and you can, I presume, it's like a banner. You can flick stuff between. I'm not sure if you have to either like make this and now you put like blue dye around and whatever, or whether you create a banner and then apply the banner to the white shield, like white banner on white shield. Actually, that's how it is. So you make a white banner, and you can then apply it to a white shield, although some of them don't work because apparently the resolution's different, so it's like, thanks Mojang for sort of making 2 different versions of things. You know, you can't just use a banner creator to make a shield. Another thing that I have an issue with the shields is, and I don't want to be like, oh, this whole updated crap, and not sort of come up with solutions to the problem, or what I think it could be made better, so I will try to evolve at the same time. As I've already said about this stuff sort of hovering off the hotbar, I think looks better. But another thing is in PvP mob packs at the moment, if you get set on fire, you get flames licking around, and sort of the flames are sort of, hang on, let's actually go to the nether and I'll hop in some lava for you. Not lava, just normal fire. I'll show you. Come on, hi guy. Yes it is. Another thing is they're not very strong. They've only got like 140 hits, these things. Because they're only technically made out of wood, which I also think is a bit crap. So if I walk into this fire, you can sort of see that the flames are halfway up my face, and in PvP resource packs they actually have it so that the fire doesn't really come above the armor points. Now, come on. Thank you. Now what I worry is this shield, I can see people altering them, because one, I don't think they look very nice. It would be nice if they're an actual like shield shape. So you sort of, like when you do that, I can see people making it so the shield is smaller. So it's like, the fact that the fire is a bit lower down is not a massive main mechanic, so it doesn't matter. But if you're in PvP and people can do this, but their shield is half the size so they can see more, it's a bit unfair. Another thing is the fact that you can't like shield and do it at the same time. So you can't do the sort of, you could do that. So you know when you used to right click and left click at the same time to like do that strange thing so it looked like your sword was almost stirring the air, you could sort of do the same thing still. Right, thank you. So yeah, as you can see, this is a black shield even though it's green apparently, which I don't fully understand. It's, every time it gets hit it changes colour for some reason, which I think is a bit strange. So yeah, shields, they're alright. It's one of these things where I probably won't have one of these on me all the time, which would be a bit of a pain, because when I see a zombie I go right click and just block it quickly with a sword. Because another thing is, if you have a shield, like I'm talking about old-time whammy, is if you have a shield they still block with swords. So it's a little bit like, I wish I could pick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat slightly already. Posted on that port, right? Slash time set night. So set the time to evening. I said, you just give me blue wall, but no, it was the colour map being a bit strange. Let me go and see if I can find a zombie, and I'll show you the small change to the zombies. They've sort of got them doing the same things what skeletons do, where when they want to attack you, they actually raise their arms up. And I sort of suggested this, or even if I didn't suggest it in a video, I thought about it. Basically, my idea is that, you know how the skeletons have their arms by the sides? I wanted zombies to do the same, and then when they see you, put their arms up. Now they've sort of done that, so you see the arms are up, like at 45 degrees now. That is because he can see me and is attempting to come after me and hurt me. Now if he couldn't see me, and I can't Optifine in on anybody at the moment, which is kind of annoying, but their arms are out like that, you see? He didn't want to attack me then, so his arms are out straight like they normally were, and then when he wants to attack people they go up. I think that's a bit strange that they sort of go like up in the air. I don't know. It seems a bit weird to me. I would have thought arms down, and then when they see someone, they just put their arms up and start reaching for you as they walk along. Yeah, you see, every time I receive damage, the thing changes colour. Another thing, it's not lasting very long, as you can see. So it's a bit of a pain. Like, if it lasted longer, I would bring one around me, but they don't really last that long, so I'm not going to bother. Ow. Yeah, the trouble is I can't get close enough to a zombie without them seeing me. Now, another thing is that if they hit you like from the side like that, it's fine. Now, something which they say they've changed. Let me just try. I'm going to go up to this skeleton. I'm going to spam click him. Now, I don't understand. Is this server only? So I just watched Doc's video. Oh, have they added sounds to witches yet? Nope. Huh. Was that a flaming bow? Oh no, it's just a strangely overly bright bow. Why are your arms up in the air? It looks strange. In other news. So yeah. So basically what the combat was meant to look like is, so say I hit someone the first time, it deals whatever this 12 attack damage. Now if I start spamming them, it gets cut by a certain amount. I'm not sure. It does. It was like with a diamond sword, it looked like sometimes you'd hit and it'd do half a heart, sometimes you'd hit and it'd do nothing. That's how like cut down it'd be. So if I spam like this, the first hit would do something, but all these hits really wouldn't do a lot. Hello. Aha! Possibly that might have been working there. Let me just try. There's an indicator to tell you when it's doing it. So, but oh god, this looks strange. So pixelated. It mustn't either. I've got a different snapshot or 34A, 34A, yeah. It must just be on servers then. Oh, this is actually the new. Oh, I need to repair stuff. So yes, the AI of the zombies haven't changed. It's just the raising of the arms when coming to attack you. Now. So, and I don't like that combat change, and the reason why is, and I'm kind of happy that it is different apparently. Let me put that resource back on. Yes, I know. I wish that after you've added it once, it would get rid of that warning, but never mind. It's one of these things where if I'm not going to use my right hand slot, it might be better using this. I just wish it was smaller. They have also. So I'm a little bit scatterbrained today because I wasn't planning on recording, but I saw this update and I don't like it. So the reason why I don't like that is because in this single player, I just want to be able to do that. Another thing is creepers. It doesn't matter in a PvP situation where if a creeper blows up, it's not going to do anything. But I don't want like a creeper to be. It's next to here. I need to get rid of it quickly. You know, I can spam at it and get rid of it. But if I have to go, so it has. Go and watch Doc M's video on the 34A snapshot. It's going to be better than this. If you do this, I wonder if that's. I want to get like a wooden sword so I can hit them for longer. I wonder what they had in the 34A snapshot he had, which I'm sure is the same as everybody's, is every time you click, a little indicator would come up and it'd be like a sword grayed out and it would slowly fill in colour from the bottom left to the top right. Has it like regained power? Oh, hang on. I wonder if it's... Aha! Hotbar. Ah, there it is. I hadn't turned it on. So as you can see, so I'm at full charge now. Now if I click, the time it takes for that to refill is... Right, so as soon as it refills and disappears is where I'm back to doing 12. If I do this, can you see how it's like trying to fill up but it can't? I'm looking at the bottom right next to my hotbar, by the way. So that's telling me that I can only do a little bit of damage. Now you can also put it near your crosshair, which is kind of nice, I suppose. But I do not like this change because they say we want you clicking less because it's a better experience or whatever, and I just go, but no, I like it. You know, I like being able to, oh my god, there is something about to cause a lot of damage, let me dispatch of it. Like, the main reason why this has changed is because of ping issues in PvP. If someone's got a higher ping, it can basically... Some people are going to say I get this wrong, but I'm making it, like, simple. If you have a 100 ping, basically every 100 milliseconds the server knows that you've clicked, basically. Now if someone has 30, it means that every 30 milliseconds it can receive a click. That means in the time it takes someone for 100 milliseconds to press it once, someone with 30 millisecond ping can hit it 3 1/3 times. Which obviously means that ping cause a lot of issues. Now I'm pretty sure that Minecraft, if you have a ping lower than 100, it doesn't make any difference. It's like sort of once you get above ping of 100, it starts making a difference, which is good for me because every single like Minecraft server I seem to have 250 ping on for whatever reason. They seem to so they're sort of changing it because of. Can you see? Is that? Oh, you see, because it's a technically new image, it doesn't show. Oh, balls. I almost want that damage indicators mod. If I had someone to like show you, I'd be able to show you. I could put like a 20 health above their head and go like hit them. But I do not like this change. Now, as I said when I started this video, I don't like sort of showing problems without at least having some sort of idea of a solution. And this is my solution. I actually like the fact that the animation, once you reach the top you can click again. That's quite nice. Here's my solution. You can leave this as default if you want, but, and I'm going to make sure that they haven't actually done this, set a game rule where you can go back to old, like, have a thing for old combat method. So like what does this call it? Attack indicator or attack strength is what it says in the resource notes. So you could enable and disable attack strength, so it gets rid of this, because personally I think not only a lot of servers but a lot of single player people like me will not like this change, because I don't personally. So that's basically my solution to changing it is have it to be able to be enabled or disabled through the game rule. Now something I've just noticed is I think there's something wrong with my graphics card. I mean, I'm running at a decent frame rate and this is a snapshot, so it's not going to be fantastic, but if I look over there, it's fine. I look at this torch, and I get capacitor wine. Now, I'm not sure how easy it's going to be for me to do this, but I mean, you might just be getting wind noise, but like, okay, so I'm looking at the sky, look at the torch, and look at the sky, look at the torch. And I was playing another game the other day. It's going to be a bit of banging while I set this back down. I think it was Dirt Rally, and after I'd finished playing it, I suddenly realised that there was this noise, and I just think it's like if I look at that's you know, it's on a certain type of stress load, something is making a noise. So hooray! If I'm going to send the bloody graphics card back, that's fantastic. Have to contact MSI about that. Hooray! So yeah, I do not like this update. I want this attack strength thing to be a game rule. I wish they did more with game rules. Another thing I wish they did is I wish that they did smaller updates. Like, this update has like 3 different updates in it that could be. Like, you could have the combat update, which is what this is being dubbed at, but that is the shield, the sword, the dual wielding, all that stuff. And then have another one for the end update, so that's all the Ender Dragon and the extra stuff in there. You know, it's like 2 or 3 updates you could get out of this, but they've sort of, it's like 1 update a year, and it's like, yeah. I mean, it's the only update we're going to get this year. I can't see them doing another one for like the new year. There may be another one out in like April maybe, but they've got to get their skates on to do it. I don't know. Personally, I'd prefer a load of smaller updates. Oh no, they're not defective anymore. They're just more. Another thing that was added in the updates is lingering potions. So instead of splash potions where it's up... Oh, shit. I bloody hate these new pass blocks. I don't like them. And I keep right clicking with shovels. Like, it's now the X is like the only thing you can... Oh, and it puts that down. Ah! Oh, actually, that's a good thing. You can now block while using any weapon. So say you were picking... You know, you were digging in a cave and suddenly a creeper comes up and you could go, ah! And you even have attack strength on stuff that isn't even attacking. Oh no. Oh no. You can't be serious. Oh, thank God. I thought they'd changed it so that, like, if you just spam dig down, it slows down as you go on, but no. Like, 'cause it sucked having to do that. Like that. That would be ridiculous. Thank God someone's got an ounce of sense there. But I might actually, like, go on the Minecraft Reddit and suggest that the weapon cooldown thingy or whatever it's called is a game rule, because honestly, if they put it in as a game rule, it would be disabled immediately. So this thing, we started building in the last episode. I finished it off camera because I sort of started it and then got very excited. So let's get rid of this horribleness. What I mean by that is this resource pack and that thing. I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Good who said it feels claustrophobic having something there, and they're right. So what we've done is we've got water running across the back, down this step because it's longer than 8, into hoppers, which then lead through one set of dropper just to raise it up one into here, and it's just covered with all sorts of stuff because of when I was building it, stuff was falling in or whatever. Now up there, and you can sort of see running up there, similar to how those work, we've got a button which dispenses 100 buckets of water that goes down here. Now the idea is that that's going to wash all of the leaves. It's annoying that this makes a noise. It's going to wash all the leaves off the, all the saplings off of the leaves down into these. Now if you're running by these as stairs, they will be swapped out for stone brick stairs. But originally I had yellow stained clay across here, and sometimes the water would sort of push them into the middle and it wouldn't fall off the sides. Now stairs, items like to fall down stairs. I'm not sure if it's a bug or a feature, but that works. So that's what happens. So we have a tree grown, and I'm going to show you sort of, this isn't an automatic tree farm, it doesn't sort of break stuff for you. You still have to use an axe, but the main thing about it is the fact that I no longer have to use... Oh, I slipped up here, what's going on? You no longer have to sort of monitor the saplings. So I'm just digging up the tree. And you can already hear some of the wood I don't grab, hitting the water, going down and getting pumped into the chest, which is another sort of bonus. So we're going into the leaves at the top now. It'll do all the trees, it's just these were the biggest, and that's why I kept using them. So they're starting to decay. We can now make our way down. I'm going to take those off because I need to be careful with them. I don't have enough room. Let me just pop, get rid of that, get rid of that. Now I've got all those leaves up there. So if I, and you can see saplings dropping down already. Now look at that, you see that's in the way, but what we can do is press this button and all the water's going to start coming down. There it goes. So yeah, that's knocked down into the water now. It's kind of really strange. You have sort of like these air pockets you can look through. It'll also have pushed any saplings that were on top of those leaves out of the way, as well as let me open this drink. As well as anything that's like was on here has been now knocked into there. So they'll slowly decay. Look, you can see one leaf has decayed because the water's continued down. Another one here, you can see the water coming down. Two of them there in a line, basically. So yeah, eventually when it's done, I can just. Has one of those not activated? I bet one of those. That one hasn't activated by the look of it. Look, there's another one that's decayed. Okay, so we can. I'll turn it off just to show you how long it takes for it to clear. Now these, if you sprint across them, you don't fall down. Originally, I had trapdoors and just ladders there in case you fell in. But the trouble was I kept clicking the trapdoors because trapdoors and ladders have the same hitbox. You can see this has the hitbox there. I would keep hitting the trapdoor hitbox instead of this. See more going down. They are all coming down now, just about. A boot. Ooh, frame lag. You do get frame lag from the water updates. That's something I have noticed and didn't particularly take into account. I'm going to rip one of these down and see if I can get a sapling to test one of these. I haven't tested any other types of tree yet. This is it's a world first. Ta-da! Right. Got some bone meal as well. Pop that down. There we are. Doesn't come through the glass, which is good, and we can just break down the tree and set the water going again. Ooh, all the light updates and everything causing a bit of lag. So yeah, the other potions, did I talk about them? I sort of started talking about them and then changed my mind. So wow, the water update's really knocking down frame rate there. It's like, so I look up and it must be having to do a lot because it goes down 125 FPS. I look at the floor and it goes up to 500 FPS almost, but the thing starts making a noise. I don't understand you. Graphics card. I might contact support about that. In all honesty, so that's gonna be fun. And in another video, I also want to talk about my yesterday, which was involved with a car accident. Hooray! I haven't put a block in there. That sucks. I'm trying to press Control, pressing Shift, and and I don't have Optifine. So the other potions that were in not this snapshot, but the one previously, is lingering potions. They're very similar to splash potions. It's just, oh, there you are. You almost saw a zombie there with the arms down the side. Down, not down at its sides. Down at normal, and then they go higher, which is, I think, is wrong. But the lingering potion. So you have to collect the Ender Dragon breath, which is during the Ender Dragon fight. You just like it goes down, it breathes this sort of purple stuff over the ground. You run over it with glass bottles and right click and pick them up, and then you make potions with that. You add it sort of like I think you add like gunpowder to make it breakable, and then you add that to make it lingering. Now the lingering, it creates a particle effect on the floor, and if you stand in that particle effect, the closer you get to the central block, the longer you get of it, and it lasts for like say 5 seconds on the floor. So that could be nice for like servers, you know, you have like a pool of one potion, pool of another, you can go and get one and then run out and blah 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 blah. You know, using commands to set the time it stays on the ground for like forever. Instead of them sort of like run over a pressure plate and it drops a potion on you. You know, it might be a modded potion that takes, you know, it lasts forever, but still. Or even with command blocks. You know, it's sort of a nicer way than just running into like say something that's got, you know, oh, run on the red and you'll get speed. Woo! Apologies for that interruption. So yeah, this has been basically like a snapshot review video, as well as showing you the chemical tree chamber thingy. I've actually seen it from far away with the water down. That actually looks quite cool. It's like a drink almost. But yeah, it looks a lot bigger than these. Yeah. So look forward to an episode in which we might do some caving or something, and I'll talk about all stuff that went on yesterday as I record this, which is the 19th. So it happened on the 18th. I was 18 and 2 months old on the day. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk. I'm also going to suggest my idea somehow. They probably have like suggest forms or through Reddit. Don't fucking hate Reddit. So it's one of those things where I'll try things. And also I'm gonna contact MSI about the wine I'm getting. Hopefully you were able to hear it. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, yeah. My sore's getting throat, or my throat's getting sore, one or the other, and yeah. It's been a bit of a scatterbrained episode, but I still hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Cheerio. Sing us out, Wolfie.